Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Heidi. I'm completely blind, so I don't look directly at you, but I promise I'm right here with you. So today I'm going to talk about fragrances that weren't love at first sniff. These are fragrances that gradually or sometimes quite quickly grew on me, but I didn't like them when I first smelled them. And I've got 10 here for you, some Middle Eastern and some designer. So I can also do a video on fragrances that were love at first sniff, but I think that will be quite a long video though, come to think of it. So let's get into it, and I would love to know, which fragrances you weren't in love with in the first place, but then it gradually grew on you. But let's first do my scent of the day. So this is my scent of the day. This is definitely not a fragrance that grew on me. I loved it from the start, and this is Indomitable by Paris Corner. It is quite hot here today, to be honest, so this is perfect. I'm going out for lunch with a friend later today, so yeah, let's see if this can get me a compliment. This is a fragrance, as we know, that smells like oranges, like orange juice or Fanta. It is so refreshing, but it dries down to this orange peel kind of scent. So it's quite ambery in the base, but without losing that juiciness. Ooh, it's got a cooling down effect. I'm telling you, it's so good. Let me actually put it behind me. Okay, so let's get into it. The first one is Hypnotic Poison Eau de Toilette by Dior. Now, I've heard so many things about Hypnotic Poison, how good it is. People recommended it left, right, and center. And so me and my sister, Vicky, we once went perfume sniffing, and we sniffed this one, and we were both like, oh no, is this what people are raving about? It smelled rubbery to me. It smelled actually awful. And my sister said, I can't believe that people can like this. Why do people like fragrances like this? So it dried down on me, and we both said, okay, it smells a bit better. To be fair, I'm not sure whether that was the eau de parfum or whether it was the eau de toilette. Anyhow, so fast forward a few years later, and I found some, it's not an inspiration, it's really a true fakie of Hypnotic Poison here in South Africa. And I thought, let me just buy it. It was so inexpensive. It's something like $4. So I bought it, and I thought, let me just try it. And let me tell you, I fell in love. Me and my sister, both of us, it's one of our favorite fragrances of all time. This is a doughy, almondy, vanilla, sweet fragrance. This is really a hug in a bottle. This is what it is. It feels like you are enveloped in a comforting, warm hug. This is so good for when I feel a bit down, when I just want to feel comforted. This is one of the fragrances I reach for. I love it. I love it so much that I had to go and buy the original. And we both know Dior, well, you know, it's no $4, but anywho's. My only thing is it doesn't really last on me. That is the only gripe I have with that one. Okay, so the next one is Camera Ducan by Lattafa. If you've watched my unboxing of this one, I was a bit like, it smelled so spicy to me, so masculine, just like opening a spice cabinet. I really wasn't in love with it. So that same month that I unboxed it, I actually wore it a few times just to try it out. And let me tell you, I actually fell in love with it quite quickly. It had to grow on me, but Now I don't only pick up on the spices, I pick up on something that reminds me slightly of pancakes. Look, it's not a sweet, straightforward gourmand in my opinion, but I can imagine pancakes and something boozy alongside it. It's warm. There's tobacco in here as well. There's praline, which gives it that sweetness. Really, really such a bold piece of art. This is definitely not for everyone. This is definitely not a safe blind buy. I love this fragrance. The next one, and it feels like I've spoken about this quite a lot recently, and this is Golden Decade by Zara. Now, this is an inspiration of Libre by YSL. This is an orange blossom, lavender, vanilla, but it's a sophisticated boss lavender. It's not a comforting like Burberry Goddess or Mon Guerlain. No, this is the CEO of the lavender vanillas. This is what she is. She takes no nonsense. I love it so much. There's something in here that reminds me of a playroom. I don't know what it is in here, whether it reminds me of Play-Doh or paint or something. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so sophisticated. Now this one I bought in 2024. Yeah, July of 2024. It was a blind buy. I was very much in a hurry and I heard good things about Golden Decade. I didn't even know what it was inspired by. And I just went in the store. I was in a hurry and I said I want it and I bought it right there and then. And then I opened it in the Uber and I was like, I don't know. So for a year and a half, I think I didn't touch this one. I can't remember that I wore it once. Perhaps just briefly on my hand to smell what it smells like, but I didn't give it a full wear. And then in January, I wore this one and it actually got me a compliment. And I fell in love, so much so that I purchased Libre. So yeah, that is how good this one is. Love it, love it. I would love to smell all the flankers of Golden Decade, of Libre. Really interested in that. The next one is Alien by Mugler. Now, Alien by Mugler is a jasmine sambac ambery scent. It is one that's, once again, it's a CEO. It's a CEO that's also, that's very dominating. And it is just a no-nonsense, I am here and I am not making excuses kind of fragrance. Now, the first time I smelled it, it was at a friend's place. She sprayed it on my arm and it landed on my shirt. And I arrived home and I was so disgusted and I couldn't get it off because this thing is a beast. It's not going anywhere. I hated it. It actually made me feel a bit nauseated. And I honestly cannot tell you what happened. I once smelled it on a colleague and I thought, oh, that's not too bad. And then I smelled it again in store and I was, not really so bad. And what do you know? 2 years, 3 years ago, I actually took the plunge and I bought this one. I haven't wore it a lot. Like I said before, this one makes me feel a bit self-conscious because it projects so much. But I really, really love this one. Okie dokie. The next one is Amzam Gold by Lattafa, which is an inspiration of Oriana by Parfums de Mali. Now, this is a musky marshmallow fragrance. It's quite sophisticated. It's very feminine. Yeah, it's not a CEO, but it's a very stylish woman. So good. This for me is date night, work, lunch appropriate fragrance. It's one that takes itself a bit seriously, in my opinion. It's not a light-hearted fragrance to my nose. There's also orange blossom in here. Did I say that? I can't remember. Very sophisticated. So the first time I smelled this one, I said it smelled like a dusty room. And I think it's because of that musk. I'm still a bit sensitive to musk, but less so than before. I'm starting to like musk. I don't know what is happening. Still, when I see this musk in the name of fragrance, I'm a bit cautious. Or if I hear the musk collection, I'm like, oh, I'm a bit cautious. But yeah, I don't know. And I think Some Gold is the fragrance that opened that door to me. And also what happened is I think I was a bit influenced because everyone, literally everyone who smelled this fragrance love it. All of my friends. And if you watch the video with Carl, he also loved this fragrance. For him, it smelled like an everyday fragrance, but it got quite a good rating from him, if I remember correctly. So yeah, this one I really, really enjoy nowadays. Okay, the next one is, La Nuit Trésor by Lancôme. Now this is a fruity, caramel, incensey fragrance. It is extremely strong. It is sweet. You pick up on the incense, but furthermore, it's such a blend of fruits and caramel, and I think there's coffee in here if I'm not mistaken. But you don't pick up, I don't pick up on any specific note. It's a very interesting fragrance. The first time I smelled it, I was actually repulsed by it. I actually took a step back and I was like, oh no, I don't want that. So what happened is I think I bought La Vie Belle and then I got a lot of samples of La Nuit Trésor. And I just thought, let me just try it out. What is the harm in that? And I completely fell in love with it. This is strong, it projects well, but like I said last year, look, I wore this once and I oversprayed and it was a mess. I was really not enjoying that day. So I have to go light on the trigger with this one, but I really, really love this fragrance. Okie dokie. Oh, here is a celebrity one. This is Fancy by Jessica Simpson. Now, the first time I smelled this one, I thought, it's good, but it's not the best. And I remember it was back when I started my channel in 2022, and I said, I'm not too crazy about this fragrance. And then someone said, oh, I love to wear it to bed. And I thought, you know what, let me just try. And just one day something clicked and I just fell in love with it. This is a caramel apricot-y fragrance. It is sweet, it is comforting. This is a very comforting fragrance actually. It is so good. Diana, I should wear this again. Oh, this is so good. Love this one. There you go. Then I've got Care Felicity. Now, if you saw my unboxing of Care Felicity, you might recall that I said this smells like a man's cologne. That is what I got. And the thing is, it's not that I think this fragrance changed or you know macerated or anything. I just think in the beginning I picked up on a man's cologne, and later I didn't, because look, this is what happened. A friend came to visit and I told him, smell this fragrance. I said, can you honestly tell me that this is now a female fragrance? This is a man's cologne. And he smelled it and he said, no, but Heidi, it's too sweet. And I said, no, it's not. It's a man's cologne. So something in my nose picked up man's cologne, but he immediately understood that it was sweet. So I don't know how that happened to me. But one of you also commented that you also got a man's cologne, or still get a man's cologne from this fragrance. Oh, it's so good. It's champagne-y, it's sweet. There's white florals in here. There's a lot of sugar. It is bridal. It is bridal. It is white dress, veil, all the 9 yards. All 9 yards. This is so good. It is so extremely good. And it didn't take a long time for it to grow on me, probably like 3 weeks or so. I went back and I smelled it and I smelled it, and just one day it was like, oh, I get it. I get it. I guess it's like when you look at a three-dimensional picture and you just can't see what you are supposed to see, and then one day it just click and you're like, oh, now I see it. So this is Care Felicity. Beautiful fragrance. How many do we have left? Oh, we've got 2 left. Okie dokie. So then we've got Scandal by Jean Paul Gaultier. Now, I didn't like Scandal at all. At all. I thought it was sweet. It was too overbearing. I just didn't like it. I didn't like it at all when I first smelled it. And Vicky, my sister, loves this fragrance. We once went on holiday and I smelled it on her and I thought, but that smells so good. And she said, but it's Scandal. And I thought, but I should investigate. And now it's honestly one of my top fragrances, one of my top 5, I would say, designer fragrances of all time. I love this. Haven't worn this bottle a lot, but I went through a travel spray. I think it was a 15, was it a 10 or 15 ml? Can't remember. And I went through a fakie of this one as well. So it's technically my first original bottle, but it's not really my first bottle, if you know what I mean. So last, so this is not the actual fragrance. So this is Barakat Rouge 540 by Fragrance World. This is not the actual fragrance that I first smelled, because this is an inspiration of Baccarat Rouge. Now, the first inspiration of Baccarat Rouge I smelled was Cloud by Ariana Grande. Now, Cloud is a bit sweeter to my nose than Baccarat Rouge. It is sweet. It's almost, this is such a difficult fragrance to explain. It's a bit woody, it's a bit candy-like, it's sweet, but definitely woody for me. There's ambroxan in here, if I'm not mistaken. So when I smelled Cloud by Ariana Grande, I literally felt nauseated. I felt nauseated. I immediately sent it to my sister because I couldn't spray it because I would get so nauseous. And she loved it. She said to me she can't believe that I don't like it. Once again, hey, Vicky, I think she helped me with a lot of fragrances that grew on me. And I honestly don't know what happened, but I think I smelled it on her one day. Or I just tried it again. And all of a sudden I was like, but I like this. And then I had a bottle of Cloud. I don't have it anymore. I finished that bottle. And, you know, then I got Red Temptation by Zara, which is also an inspiration of Baccarat Rouge. And now I've got this one. And I never want to be without an inspiration of Baccarat Rouge. I know this is a polarizing scent for many, and I think often when scents are so polarizing, like Alien as well, my first reaction is not to like it. So here are all the fragrances that gradually worked its way into my heart. I would love to know, what are the fragrances that grew on you? How did you feel about it? How do you feel about it now? And yeah, let me know your thoughts. I would love to know. Thank you so much, as always, for hanging out with me today. I so appreciate you all. I love you, and I hope that you will have a good week. Bye for now.